This one is possibly the one causing the most controversy, and it's all coming from the right. Cut 3. It is pictures of Christ washing people's feet. Can you explain? I can't see them from here, Pat.
Yeah, it's just a whole bunch of different images of people washing other people's feet.
And they're
normally poor, destitute.
There's a
different ethnicities.
gas worker with a hippie.
They're in somebody's backyard washing an elderly person.
A black man sitting on a porch washing a white man's feet, or vice versa.
Yeah,
and then the
versa.
last one.
Jesus didn't teach
last
hate.
one.
He washed feet. Yeah. All right.
Okay, so stop. So the last one is the controversial one. And some people have a problem. In fact, let me read Steve Deace, who I really like. I just happen to disagree with him, but that is the glory of the blaze. We don't all have to agree, and we don't force each other to agree. You will say this! No, yeah, we're against the whole fascistic kind of brainwashing kind of thing. So I was reading a tweet that Steve sent out this morning, and he said, how wrong was the "He Gets Us" ad at the Super Bowl? Jesus washed the feet of his disciples, not the multitudes of unrepentant sinners as the ad depicts. Instead, for them, he freely offered himself up as a living sacrifice for their sins, which the ad never points out to them. It instead affirms them in their sin. Just a vile, repulsive, heretical, and offensive ad. I can't get upset at Pfizer, Bud Light, or anybody else, the spirit of the age secrets from its depraved mind when our answer, our answer, funded by wealthy Christians, it has been 12 hours and I'm still mad. I kind of disagree. I mean, they didn't. I think they should have put somebody like the Capitol Police washing the feet of those on January 6th. If you're going to have Jesus washing the foot of transgender, or you have somebody else, a priest, washing the feet of the transgender, I get it. But how about making sure that the left is washing the feet of the right as well? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because Jesus came for all of us. And the point of this ad, I disagree. I'm not mad at this ad at all. I think it could have been done better by really pointing out our real differences. But Jesus, let me ask you, Pat, which one of your children are you so mad at you'd condemn them to hell?
None of them. None.
No. Yeah, they've done something wrong. Let's say one of them murdered somebody.
Right.
So you would never want to see them again. Which one?
It had to be none of them. None of them.
But wait. But one of them is in BLM and has set fire to cities and stuff. So you're going to condemn that one to hell, right?
No, I'm not.
Okay. See, Pat told me one time, just think of God as a loving father and you will understand him and yourself much better. And I said, don't think I can do that. And he, God is everywhere and in the tree. And I still believe, he is everywhere. But you can understand him and your role as a parent much better if you imagine him to be the perfect loving parent. Mm-hmm. He loves all of us, even the ones who have gone astray. And yes, he would wash the feet of everyone. Do you think Jesus was embracing adultery when he wrote in the sand and said, "Where are thine accusers?"
No, because
He
he told her
wasn't
he told her not to sin anymore. So that part of the story, though, is always left out by people trying to condone whatever lifestyle that they think is fine. And that's the problem. If that's the point you're trying to make about Jesus, that he condones everything we ever do, that's not right. He still loves us, but he doesn't condone our actions a lot of times.
Right. God is our Father. We are his children. He loves us. Mm-hmm. But, the thing we can learn from that is that we cannot hate our fellow man. We cannot hate. And that's the point of this. Mm-hmm. We can't hate our enemy. We are not fighting enemies that are flesh and bone. We are fighting, and if you really pray on this, these are not enemies of ours. We don't own these rights. God does. These are enemies of his. And we're not the gatekeepers. We're the welcoming committee. And we should be praying for our enemy, loving our enemy, and that's going to get harder and harder to do. But do you know why Abraham Lincoln was killed by John Wilkes Booth? He tried twice. The first time he's just going to kill him with his bare hands. And it was at the point of the inaugural speech. We have in the vault the only picture of Abraham Lincoln and John Wilkes Booth in the same photograph. It's an incredible thing. Abraham Lincoln is given the second inaugural address. And so he's kind of blurry because he's talking and moving, and, the cameras need a long exposure. But up at the top on the gate of the Capitol, looking right, and just his eyes and everything are so clear because he was just boring a hole in Lincoln's head, is John Wilkes Booth. And after Lincoln said, with malice toward none and charity for all, Booth about lost his mind because he needed the North to hate the South. He needed the South to hate the North. The only reason why he killed Lincoln was so that the North would rise up again in anger towards the South. That's not Christ-like. We should do everything we can to push our anger aside. That doesn't mean we condone, and it doesn't mean we stop fighting them. We just don't hate. And that's hard because hate is very, very worldly. And hate's what's being pushed right now.